Robbie, you produced your first show recently. How was that?
It was good. It was nerve-wracking, but...
Yeah, did you say you had to go outside?
Yeah, well, yeah, that guy, Leah's boyfriend, Jake.
Yeah.
He started acting up, well, the whole show, and I knew this was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But he did his whole thing. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm not booked on the show. I'm not booked because...
Right.
But I went outside, and I'm like, okay, 3 people showed up for me, which was like a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I felt like I just had to get some air out of my chest.
Yeah. I love the order of it. Like, I saw a few comedians that I haven't seen in the scene at all.
Yeah.
That were really good at writing, like, and just really clean jokes. So that was fun. With the Hookah Lounge show, I was
Let's go through here.
I got kind of addicted to, like, you just get your favorite people, and then you pick the order too. So you get to be like, ooh, I want her to go after, this guy, and like.
Yeah, Parker wanted to go up early, so I was like, oh, that's the parameter. Parker and Leah wanted to go up early. Parker, they both stayed till the end of the show, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to do that kind of. If I'm on a show, I'm not big name enough to just, even an open mic, I enjoy staying for the whole open mic instead of just dipping in and dipping out.
Yeah, the triple dip open mics where you just leave and go to the next one.
That's nice to do, just to get
in another city,
say the exact same thing, like different crowd. But it's kind of exhausting too, and like it's nice to just do one mic a night. I still haven't done Tony V's in Everett. So right now I'm between Tony V's local, where I was essentially assaulted by the old man who rubbed me.
What?
Local 907 in Renton.
Oh no.
Yeah, old dude rubbed my arm.
Tony V's has a great Korean bowl restaurant on Hewitt Street called K-Fresh. Very, very good. K-Fresh.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
Nice.
They have coconut milk soft serve ice cream.
Shout out K-Fresh. I'm going to tag K-Fresh. This is a K-Fresh commercial.
I Google reviewed them. Got a bunch of views on my Google review.
Nice. A lot of funny thumbs up funny.
My ASL teacher brought us there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
On Google, I've made my name Mejia Comedy, so that anytime you're leaving a review, you're kind of low-key promoting yourself too. Have you done that at all, or are you just...
Yeah, I mean, let's see. I just did that recently. I don't know. Maybe it's not comedy though. No, I think.
But it's your name.
If I do a YouTube comment, then it says Robbie Schroeder Comedy.
Okay. Yeah.
There's my DOL, or vehicle licensing, right over there. If I want to go in person. Got the mail place.
Nice. Yeah, this is a really nice spot. I've not hung out, the LA Fitness, whatever, that's like my go-to. I've got a European food spot that I check out. But I didn't realize there was like a Costco up here. There's like everything you need is like in a pretty small space.
I had a comedian be my realtor, and we house hunted for like 3 months. After initially having a realtor that wanted like an agreement, that he was like, you're going to have me be a realtor. And and my dad was like, nah.
Lockdown, yeah.
We're not doing that. But I went all over. I went to West Seattle, White Center.
Yeah. So you're still in the market?
Well, I know we have this place.
Oh, okay.
But not to say I wouldn't mind living in Everett.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't have that kind of money. My aunt has a place in Kirkland near Juanita.
Okay.
But
yeah, I had the home, I've been in a home in Tukwila, Kent. I've been apartments all in downtown, and now that I'm like back around, I just want to be more portable, basically. I don't want to have a mortgage that I'm like paying. I'd rather just like literally be on the road, like force myself to be on the road and then work, you know, as I can. I have some remote work that I'm doing, so like I still have income. And then teaching is the real like where actual income comes in. So I'll probably be just back in Seattle for, you know, the next year as my home base, but with the ability to just go places. Is it worth? What's your experience traveling with comedy? When was the first time you were like outside of your local
I think it was
space?
like maybe in the first 2 years. I went down to Portland and Eugene. We were on a radio show, and then we went down all the way to San Diego and through Vegas, and back up to through Portland again and back to Seattle.
Yeah, I'm really planning to get to Keys thing in Portland. Tuesday, tomorrow.
I think when you go to LA, you should go to San Diego and get up at the Comedy Store La Jolla. Very good experience.
Okay. Yeah, I signed up for one mic that Tony knows. He just sent me a link. I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening, but. Did you drive, or was it a...
Yeah, we ended up taking one time we took like a van.
Down by the river? Sorry, can't.
It was like a huge van, like a 7-person, we got a handicap placard that they were using. If you have a handicapped thing, you can park for free in San Francisco.
Oh, that's nice.
So we had a cheat code, but...
Well, I got a shitty back. I have a herniated disc. I should be able to.
Yeah.
They had me try gabapentin and oxy and all those things when it was really bad. So I feel like I could qualify, but I never would. Casey Judson style, you know. You don't need any.
But does he not have it?
Well, he just doesn't like mention it or like need the pity kind of thing, you know. I think I'm kind of the same way.
Go right, and we'll like zigzag.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like. I want to go to Philly, New York. Like do my like.
Yeah, I want to go East Coast.
Yeah.
I really want to go to Texas, Georgia, I guess Colorado, Florida, and maybe Washington D.C.
Yeah.
As well as New York. I was in Connecticut once for my sister's dissertation, she was having a presentation, and I was like, well, I'm here for a family, I'm not going to go to a comedy club.
Is that where you're insulting? A dissertation's where you're insulting the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
Dissing? Dumb joke.
Yeah.
And you're getting paid, are you getting flown out to somewhere?
I have an option. I can go to Cleveland, Ohio.
Drew Carey's land.
And this guy Rob Dubs said he will pay for
last name Dubs.
Well, that's just his. I don't know his real last name.
He's hiding from the police.
But he said he'll pay for my ticket so I can go perform in a recovery showcase fundraiser in a church for 10 minutes. I was like, so what am I doing, 20 minutes? He was like, like 10 to 15. There's a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
And
recovery, so it's just all comedians that are clean? Like not doing drugs?
I don't know.
Is that what the recovery is? Or?
He runs sober houses.
Oh, okay.
But every year they have this fundraiser. And then he was like, well, I know the club owner nearby, I work on his house because I do like construction stuff, remodel.
Yeah.
And he was telling me this like a week ago, and he's like, yeah, and like last week the owner died of the club, and I'm like, this is really heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of wanted to go so I could meet my friend in Columbus, Ohio. But my friend in Columbus says he's agoraphobic, so he doesn't want to leave the house. So he's like, I'm very mentally ill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to go out if I'm just going to do this show.
Right.
But it was cool to... I haven't told Rob no. It's in October.
Oh, okay. So you could just like put that on your calendar and start like cold calling around near areas and start really building out your dates, right?
I could, yeah. I also... My main concern is just like sleeping somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be my main concern, but that's like where my mind goes. I get too much... It's hard for me to like advocate for I don't know, planning a trip.
Yeah.
I haven't hit that point in my life where I'm like, oh, I'll just do it.
Yeah. I did it I made it to Santa Clarita last time. My relationship exploded and I was single boy Joey. And then so I did the little drive down to Portland.
Where's Santa Clarita?
Cali, just very close to LA, maybe like an hour away from LA. I had weird moments though. Potentially a manic episode, you might say. I wouldn't say that, but you know, normal people might say that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Anyway, I was just like trying to get rid of it. I was like trying to start from zero.
Right.
And like just
Which is hard when you already have it passed.
Yeah, but like even my car like is attached to previous relationships.
This
There's,
tree
like,
looks really thirsty. Or poisoned.
It's got a little wine bottle.
Get a
on
drink
it.
of water.
Anyway, yeah, I like left my car on the side of the highway.
Oh, really?
In California and just started walking, and I was like, Yellow Brick Road. I'll just walk to LA, and then I was like, okay, maybe car has security to it. Got back to it. Had a little note, you know, saying, hey, don't leave your car, you know, from the police or
How
whatever.
long was it on the freeway?
Probably like 20 hours or so.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, at least you didn't have a ticket, right?
No, yeah.
Just a note, a warning
Yeah.
note. It's like they knew what you were doing or something.
I think people make the pilgrimage to Cali probably a lot for that, and like, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the plan was like just to do, you know, dishwasher work, whatever, start doing mics there. This is before I had ever done comedy, even in Seattle.
Yeah.
I had podcasted, and one of the comedians was basically like pissed at me for not doing comedy because I was like drinking. I was not stable, like drinking and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do comedy while I'm doing this. But he had so much like, he was like, dude, you're a comedian. Like,
Yeah.
you're good at this, so you should be doing it. So he genuinely got pissed at me, and like I needed that. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Who was that?
Tony.
Oh, it was Tony?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
met him down there.
No, it was Podcast Land.
Oh.
I was in Seattle. He was down there.
But wait, did he tell you that after you went to LA, or you had it?
No, while I was in Seattle, I was like, oh, I'm going to check out. It was like, I'm going to do a mic tonight. And then I just was drinking. I was like, didn't end
if
up
you
doing
drink,
it.
I mean, it's easy to put off anything if you're drinking or smoking weed.
Yeah.
Or probably other things, too.
So he was like genuinely excited. He like could help me workshop a joke or whatever. And then, you know, he checks in and it's like, oh, you didn't do it. Like,
yeah.
what
He's
the
trying
hell,
to make you accountable.
Yeah.
It's weird that he has that level of that like dadmanship with you or something.
Yeah. He's just been in the comedy game for like 20 plus years. So like.
Really? That long?
Yeah.
Did he start when he was a teenager?
I imagine. I gotta have a longer conversation, but I just remember him saying.
He showed me some of his videos, or I watched some of them, and he had a unique thing going on. There was like a tech issue with one of the videos where the speaker system wasn't working, and I'm like...
Excuse me. Bless me.
Yeah.
Speaker wasn't working?
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know why he just doesn't fix it on the spot, or I don't know. He was like impressive, but it wasn't too impressive. But it's hard to translate real life to video.
Yeah. Uh-oh. fake sneeze. Okay, we're good. Yeah, he's got, do you know his show Homeless Romantic?
No.
So that's his kind of big project.
Is it like
that he's
a
doing now.
TV show, or is it
No,
just
it's like
show?
a live show. It's like comedy, I think, and like almost like a play, I would imagine. I don't know much about it. I just know Tony and I know, like the people involved. I'm just excited to check it out. He just did some festivals or whatever with it, and, you know, got positive reception.
Yeah.
So
I think when you can market or you can compact something, it's more easily received when you can like brand it with a name.
Yep. Yeah, Homeless Romantic. Hopefully he brings it up to Seattle. That's the idea. He's going to be up in Seattle soon, so long as this trip works out. We'll see what happens. Comedians, plans, you know how that works.
I think the comics should be dead. Great marketing.
I love that. Yeah.
Really good motorcycle spot.
Yeah, Backfire, Moto, Comics Who Should Be Dead, Comics Who Should Be Dead 2, Comics Who Should Be Dead Again.
Yeah, August 18th, Friday.
Yep. You gotta bark for that hardcore. I'm not doing my busking like I should be. See, really, it's like, if I do this California trip, which I'm trending towards definitely getting there.
At least going to Portland tomorrow.
Yeah. Maybe that's a good idea. Just get there, figure out how long it's gonna take, and like, if it'll be too stressful to do that all on my own. But either way, like, I should be busking at Pike Place with comedy. Like, I have the little sign with all the posters, you know, Noah's stuff and stuff. So like, just promoting the people in the scene that have helped me kind of get started.
Yeah. No, I thought of that.
I want to print literally tickets. Like Big Funny, he's doing that really well. He actually has tickets printed up. And that means something to people, right? Like,
yeah.
if you have a physical ticket,
yeah,
then it's just a reminder. The flyer, like, should be the ticket. The ticket should be I think instead of doing standard flyers,
also,
I'm just going to have tickets.
You could do something like that, too, where if they come to the venue, rip it off and say, hey, if you bring your ticket stub back to the next show, you get a discount.
Yeah.
Which is something that Paul Curry kind of did with his Dungeons and Drag
Oh,
Queens.
I gotta check that out.
He in the early days, he'd give you a coin that you could redeem for like a discount for the next show or something.
Of course he did. That's very D&D. That's fun. He's one of my favorite, like, the first time I saw him, he's like, yeah, this is...
When I worked at this podcast studio, and I had my own YouTube podcast, Digital Robbie, and I had, although there's two Digital Robbies on YouTube, so it's the one where the account name is Digital Robbie. But I had Paul Curry on twice, and he lived so close to the studio at the time, and he was just such a fun...
Yeah.
We had such a fun dynamic because he's so like intelligent.
Yeah.
And
very kind. I saw he had his little Paul Curry, you know, rectangle cards, and I was like, oh, please give me a bunch of those because I will place these all around. And I told him, like, yeah, I've been just kind of casually placing these around. He's like, oh gosh, I hope they don't think it's me doing it. He's like immediately like
self-conscious,
concerned, but I'm like, no, you just have a super fan. Like, don't worry about it. I'm your marketing manager. Like, free marketing manager.
I think Noah Rubin, Dino Dad, was trying to market for like me and and Paul.
Yeah.
And he really didn't have enough of an edge, or he didn't have the luck.
Yeah.
Because I also didn't have a lot of faith that it was going to work out. But he was like, I'm trying to get you gigs, some, places and whatever.
Yeah, it means a lot, like, to get, like, when people start asking you to be on a show, like, feels nice.
Yeah. One time, so there's this guy in Portland. He runs the Hard Times, like, fake news. It's like The Onion, but for punk rock.
Oh, okay.
In Portland. And we can
Hard
go in the
Times.
street. But he had a show up on 18th and Union. And somebody had asked him, like, We can keep on this side or whatever. Somebody had asked him, like, no, he asked the comedy scene in Seattle, like, I want some kind of unconventional comedian, and I got the gig. And this was like years ago, but I never knew who had recommended me as being like the more absurd style.
Yeah, what is not? I'm forgetting the word. It begins with A.
Abstract?
Not abstract, not absurdist. Alternative comedy, I
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
is a term I've heard, which is
Yeah.
kind of funny because like
Or anti-comedy, but that's actually, I think, trying not to be funny.
right, bombing on purpose.
Which
like,
I'm trying to just like
Sam Kinison. Like,
trying to hold the attention. Like
Yeah.
last night I was like, all right, this show's almost over. Just like saying things that make people think I'm gonna stop.
yeah, that's fun. That was the first Comics Who Should Be Dead.
I'm not an
Or no, the second one where you just started.
Oh, yeah.
You warmed them up for like at least 20 minutes and then you closed. You held them hostage like.
And then
for an extra
walked
50.
them, yeah.
That was incredible.
That's my favorite type. That or doing a middle set. I mean, it's all.
Yeah. How do you choose the lineups, Jenner? Is it just? Do you think about it?
It's the people that show up
Yeah.
often. So those are candidates.
Yeah.
Like Greg Williams, the DJ Greg.
Yep.
He shouldn't be on shows, in a way.
Right.
But he has so much life experience with his drug addiction stuff
Yeah.
that he's a natural. And I saw like a
Yeah.
Sam Miller inside of him, and I told him that, and he heard Sam Miller saw you.
You saw Sam Miller
inside
having
of him.
sex with Greg?
Yeah, penetrating Greg. It's in one of his videos.
Oh yeah.
No, like Greg, but then I have people that I saw over the summer, like off stage. Like I was hanging out with Liz.
Yeah, I saw
Thompson.
her win a roast.
I guess we could cross.
I saw Liz win a roast, and then I did, what was it, Cheat Day?
Yeah.
And she was there, and I was like, oh, I want the roast queen as my partner. But then like
Did you see?
4 people picked her as the partner prior. So I'm like, oh geez, like I need to get somebody else up here. What were you gonna say?
Did you see her in the rendezvous in the jewel box for Cheat Day?
What's the jewel box?
Jewel box is that long room, not the basement.
Yes. Yep.
She did a set there with this woman named Kelly, who doesn't do stand-up a whole lot, but she's like a mom and she's ex-army,
Oh, okay.
and
That's a
she
fun
has this she lives with like her parents or her mom or whatever, and she has this very apathetic, just like her stage persona is kind of like
I relate to
disdain.
I get that.
And they
a
were
lot.
doing, Liz and Kelly were doing this prompt called Destination Wedding or something, Destination Divorce. I forget what it was, but
Yeah.
it was some of the funniest comedy I've seen.
Nice.
But then I got like, Richard Bowen, Parker's another person that hadn't performed for years, I think, and like, he's the only person that hadn't performed for a long time.
On your last show?
On my last show, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he had been interested in Naked Brunch and performing, and
Yeah.
I actually asked through his girlfriend Melissa. I was like, hey, and then she was like, hey, he has a phone number, you can just talk to him.
Yeah.
But and then I've always wanted to put Jason on the show, Jason McBride. So
Yeah, he's great. I gotta I had him headline a hookah show.
yeah, he has a tone that I think is unfriendly, but then once
Yeah.
people understand, and once he understands and gets his like needle in the groove,
Yeah.
it can be very,
More sexual innuendo.
yeah. Once he gets the condom on his dick, once he gets the consent of the room,
Yeah.
once he sends out his child support payment.
Does he have he has to give child
No,
support?
he doesn't. He's an
Oh,
only
okay.
child. His dad's dead. His mom's in Vermont. She's a woo girl who gets wine drunk and is just like I don't know.
That's why he's sober now.
Yeah, he's sober because, yeah, he has some kind of chemical problem in his head.
Yeah.
Depression. That doesn't make sense.
That is literally what, like, that's what they say about depression, right? There's some people.
I've been sad
imbalance.
and I've been like.
But what is a chemical imbalance? What does that mean, really?
I don't know. We're all driven off chemicals.
Yeah. Mostly caffeine that keeps the rat race going.
Agreed.
Nearly died from a vehicle. Very aggressive drivers in the neighborhood.
They're in an Audi. Not surprising.
License plate RGN972.
E
for ecstasy.
We're crossing over this river.
Through the
creek.
woods. Yeah. Grandmother's house we go.
The wolf is grandmother. They just repainted this fence recently. Thornton Creek.
That's my mommy's new last name. I shouldn't give out that information publicly, but
my mom's social security number.
Were you there for when I found a social security card on the floor at Shanghai?
Yeah.
That was fun. I really thought about just starting a new life. I thought it was a sign a little bit, you know?
Yeah, yellow
like
brick card.
Yeah. But that's a classic comedian thing to do, is to just casually lose your social security card.
I feel like people already do the hike, go on a hike and do a podcast.
Kevin Nealon?
Oh yeah, he does that.
Hike, he's got the best one, I think.
Yeah, well that has video production.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody in the scene does an audio hike one.
I've seen Jack Slattery goes on some hikes and stuff.
Yeah.
He was my first mic, and I appreciate how efficiently he runs it.
Jack, yeah, I like anything with the God mic. I think less touching is good.
Wait, God mic?
Well, detached host mic. You know how I'm like in the booth for my mic?
Oh, right.
He does that too.
Yeah.
But he likes to do the informal questioning sometimes.
I'm kind of sad because he's never really done it with me. I've tried to casually talk to him, after my set. Like,
this doesn't make sense.
Please use the others.
How is it closed? There is no sidewalk.
That's a Mitch Hedberg. It's a escalate. The sidewalk is never broken. Anyway. Yeah, there's no sidewalk on the other side. Maybe somebody moved it.
Unlikely, yeah.
Oh, it's a good incline. A little bit of a workout.
Yeah, I used to walk this down to my gym. Because I used to drive, and then my sister's like, why don't you walk?
Walking,
and then I walked too much, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I've done that. I've accidentally gone for some, 6-hour walks.
One time, you missed, we dropped the,
Did I?
It's okay, I got extra foams.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the foam?
Yeah.
Okay. I unclipped the fat.
That's what would happen to,
That probably would have been better.
Oh yeah? Well,
you're prepared. Thank you. Put down my cafe soda. Yeah, so how has the comedy scene in Seattle changed since you began? Because you're my comedy daddy.
I think there's just, it's like multiplied. Not, and maybe not as much as, maybe a few more comics, but there's more spaces to do it in.
Yeah. More people motivated to run mics.
Yeah, and there was this trend that there was too many mics. There was criticism by some comedians. That's probably still true.
Yeah.
And there's maybe still this trend of there's still not enough place for people to do like 8 to 15 minutes.
Yes, that's what the first Hookah Lounge show, I had like 15 comedians. Everyone's like 5 minutes, and then headline or whatever, 15.
Yeah.
I pretty quickly changed it to make sure everyone got 10 minutes. Like, and between 5 and 8 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, just having flex time. Because everybody's like these are 4-minute sets only. Like, I like giving someone, like, if you want to duck out a little early, please do.
That's what I felt bad last night, because I was maximum giving the first 8 people, I was only giving them like 6 minutes.
Yeah.
But
and then you gave me 16, which was very kind of you. I made that up.
Last night? Yeah.
No, that's a lie.
I gave you 30 minutes. We were passing by some sawing.
Yep, construction, big part of America. Always be cutting, ABC.
Yeah. A lot of concrete bags.
You into kayaking?
I could be. I would.
I
haven't done any white river.
Whitewater.
Whitewater, yeah.
I did that once with my brother up in Maine. He had some friends.
My other brother-in-law is really into that kind of outdoorsy stuff.
Nice.
I've never camped alone. And I don't camp that often, so.
I don't believe I've ever camped alone. Well, define camping.
Well, I mean, like, you're either car camping.
Staying in my car.
No, just like outside your car.
Might be doing that on my way to Cali. But I do have a Discover Pass. That is one thing I made sure to.
Is that National Pass, or is that just like?
I don't even. I think it is just Washington State.
Yeah, so it doesn't really work.
Yeah. I need the national one.
Or you just have to pay a fee at each spot.
Yeah, who wants to pay fees though?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey!
Friendly neighbors in the community.
Another Brent.
Robbie's a social butterfly.
I have been. Keeping an eye out for Anne.
Frank, she did.
Yeah, no, well, this one just lives at a dead end.
Oh, okay. So what do you got going on for the remainder of your day?
We got streaming.
Oh yeah,
Twitch streaming.
Robbie Schroeder on Twitch.
Yeah, twitch.com.
Schroeder's hard to spell. Have you ever thought of just like making it SHRAYDRER? You know what I mean? Like something.
Yeah, phonetic.
Just the first time someone hears your name, they would type that in or something. Because I feel like Schroeder is hard. It's like Schroeder. SCHROEDER or something.
Yeah.
Similar with Mejia, which is kind of why I have the Gi thing now. That's kind of fun.
The Mejia?
Yeah, the Mejia. Excuse me. Burping on things.
Yeah.
Whoa. You got diabetes?
That's pain meds for my cat.
Oh.
Although I don't, that was some I purchased for fun. It wasn't given.
You bought pain meds for your cat for fun?
I was like, well, if she's really in pain, I can, if I observe her pain, maybe I'll just.
There's like, well, there's catnip, but there's also like dog catnip.
I've never.
Out there. Oh.
I repotted
There's dog at weed stores actually. I remember years ago. There's like little. I might have eaten one as an experience. They're disgusting.
A dog.
Yeah,
catnip.
dog edible, like CBD.
Yeah. Well, we can. If you want to stop recording, we can.
Yeah, I think that's enough. Honestly,
We kind of hit a different.
Together stuff, and I'll stop losing your equipment.
Oh, it's okay. Every time I. Good thing I changed